Hello, dear Manifesting All Possibilities. I'm still in France. We're Monday. I'm leaving Friday morning for Singapore. So I just want to let you know next week I won't be live at all because it's going to be in the middle of the night and I won't wake up at 3 o'clock. So, but I'll try to put some pictures out there so that you see where I am. I'll be in Singapore. For about 3 conferences I have to give, and it's going to be really fun. And any questions from everyone? I'm just waiting a little bit to see who is coming tonight, and then we'll go from there. For the Instagram, I have this little position here because I have lost, it's like my micro little thing here is broken. So here we go. I have to use other means. Hi Margot, how are you doing? All right, so we have the magnetizing, manifesting all possibilities here. Hi Patty, hello, how are you doing? Wonderful. So as I said, I'm still in France. You see my little room under the roof of this house, which is gorgeous. Thank you. And I'll be in this Friday. I'm leaving for Singapore, like I said, and I won't be live next week because it's going to be in the middle of the night. I'll be sleeping, hopefully. All right. Hi, everyone. So do you have any questions for me? Hi, Sandy. How are you doing? So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the power of metaphors. We're going to talk about it more with the Magnetizing Abundance course. But for those who are here already in the class, I can already introduce this idea. I realized a few days ago that I have made a lot of, I had a lot of experiences, I mean a lot, perhaps 5 really shocking experiences about how the power of metaphors can heal the physical body. Hi, Margaret. And then the latest one was like in 5 seconds. And I remembered after that I have done it many times, several times, perhaps I would say 10 times. It sounds many for me because it's miraculous. And I realized if there is power in metaphors like that in a physical body. So for example, I have a pain and then I use a metaphor that's inspired to me. In a meditation mostly, and I get a metaphor to use to counteract the vibration of the pain. And that's what I did last week with my cold. When you saw me on Monday, I had such a big cold. On Tuesday, that came only in the evening. Then on Tuesday, I was really in pain all day long, but mainly just before coming on this call. And it took me only 5 seconds with the right metaphor to completely neutralize that pain. So my headache and all of that disappeared in 5 seconds. And I didn't know that, but I realized, oh my gosh, as soon as I used the metaphor, there's no pain anymore. I just almost couldn't believe it. And it was over. My cold was over, my rhinite or whatever they call it, all my infections, all of that left. And so I realized, during the night, I was thinking, wow, if metaphors are so powerful for the physical body, imagine manifestations of other things, money, abundance, anything. And then I remembered that that's actually what I was using a lot to reinforce my magnetizations. And the first one was, of course, the ocean. When I magnetize and imagine, money comes easily to me. And when I did that, it was in front of an ocean. So I was using the ocean to help me imagine that it was just coming like waves. I was literally on the beach, and I stayed 15 minutes like that. Like, imagine each wave is like money, abundance, gifts, anything coming easily to me like a wave. And that's after 3 months. 3 months later, I manifested MAP, Manifesting All Possibilities, a new method in the field of psychology. And then I did it again to manifest marketing. So I realized that I am mixing magnetization with a metaphor that represents the essence of what I want to manifest. So at the time it was ease and actually unlimitedness of the ocean. And what I didn't realize at the time, so unconsciously, I manifested the unlimitedness that I had in front of me. That felt so good because I'd been stuck in an office one-on-one for like 10 years with no other place to go really financially and success-wise. I felt stuck. So of course, when I manifested money comes easily to me, it was really not really money I wanted, is infinite possibilities. It's to get out there, to be big, to do whatever I wanted, to be unstuck, completely free and unlimited. That's what I really, really wanted. And I didn't even know it consciously. But when MAP came, it's the name of it is Manifesting All Possibilities. And again, it was given to me later on, the name. But I just realized that's what I manifested thanks to the ocean. I'm manifesting money to come easily to me, but also this unlimitedness, because now you have a new method, you can translate it in every language. I mean, there is absolutely unlimitedness. And then I did it again for marketing. And then every time I find the essence, so I'm getting better and better at explaining what I actually do. I find the essence of what I want to magnetize and manifest. So the essence is a feeling like ease or unlimitedness. And then for my marketing, it was like this machine, this automatized, I have no effort. It's completely organized without my effort. That's what I wanted. This oiled machine, that works without my effort. And that's what I got. And then, so it's one thing after, and then last year was simplicity. And I didn't have a metaphor for that. But most of the time I realized I was using a metaphor. So hi, Margaret, hello. So I am really now pumped up in terms of teaching in my next class that I have right here, that some of you already belong to. It's Magnetizing Abundance. I'm going to really teach more about a metaphor and the power of metaphors. So I'm really excited. So that's one of the things that came to me this week. It was the shock. I think my higher self, just because I absolutely never have a cold, perhaps the last 5 years, I don't know if I had any cold. So suddenly I had this cold, and you know what? I used my natural ability to be guided by my higher self towards the solution. And here we go. It came through a metaphor. And this time was so shocking that I had to wake up and say, wow, that's really, actually, that's the power of MAP. I mean, now that I look at it, it's all I do. I use metaphors everywhere. So it's pretty interesting. I think it's a new way of manifesting on this planet. Magnetizing metaphors. All right. Hi, everyone. So, any questions you have for me about the laws of the universe? How do we manifest? The importance of feeling good? Whatever you want, anything related to your power, that you are 100% a creator of your world. You see, we often think, yeah, we create. I mean, at first we don't know. It's like, oh, there is no way. I'm a complete victim of everything. And then you begin to read and listen about the law of attraction. And you begin to realize, I am the creator, but I'm not the total creator, you know. And yes, we are. Because we are living literally in this holographic universe where we're the center of the universe, and the people that come, the ideas that come to us, the circumstances, the events, anything, you know, the animals coming to you, every single thing is in resonance with who you are, and who you are is the center of your universe, you see. Oh, let me see how I can go. Oh, Isla, hello, how you doing? How do I tap into my power? Good question. I know I have it, but I failed to tap into it as powerfully as I would like. Thank you. Great question. First of all, you have to believe that you're powerful. So what I have discovered is, like, I worked on it for about 6 months and then my life, but the last 6 months to a year, I really decided to integrate that I am the total creator of my universe. And when you know that you're the powerful creator, it's a journey, you know, because at first, like I said, it's actually the enlightenment journey. It's not something, that's what happens when you're more and more enlightened, is you believe more and more of who you truly are. So I had statements on my wall and everything, and I was reviewing it all the time, every day. But you know what? The shortcut I found was pretty extraordinary, was to go into my heart space. So that means in my meditation to literally drop into my heart. And it's like a stone, you know, it's like a rock, you know, your mind drops into your heart and you locate yourself in that heart space. And it happens to be literally a gateway to infinity and to your connection to source. So when I was reading those statements, you are outside of it. Even though you want to believe that you're source being, that you're infinite, that you're eternal, that you are you're the powerful creator, that you're 100% responsible on creating your world. I had that on my wall, but you're still outside of it, even though you're getting used to the thought. But what happened to me is when I went into my heart, then I lost track of my body, and then it felt totally natural for me to know that I was eternal and that I was infinite and that I was connected and that there was no separation with anything. And it's like by dropping into my heart, I was able to experience being source. And then it's not a theory anymore to read about, but it's just the feeling that this is really who you are. It's not like there is nothing superficial about it. There is nothing, it's just like suddenly it's more important or more who you are than any other identities in your world, any other ways of thinking about you, that even your body or your mind or your emotions. It's like this knowing that that's who you are. And that's amazing, Harry. Welcome. So meditating on the heart space was so easy. Again, it was like several seconds. Now I don't want, you to be expecting it. Perhaps it will take a few minutes to get used to it for you, or how long it takes doesn't matter. It's literally to meditate and then put your attention in the middle of your chest, like in this little, and I see it more like it as a pond of it's, and I drop in it and I keep dropping and there is nothing after a while. It's like it's literally like an infinite gateway, and then I'm looking for the end and there is no more end to it. And so then you can experience being infinite. And when you do, then you know, you can remind yourself, I am infinite, I am eternal, I create my reality, I acknowledge that I am the creator of my world. And that's how you're going to tap into your power, is by believing in it, but by experiencing what it feels like to be infinite. And that was a great question. You see, you asked me a question that's always helpful for me. Thank you for that. All right, everyone. So if you don't have any other questions, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We are Tuesday tomorrow, and I'm going to see my best friend of childhood. She's a medical doctor. She specializes in, it's funny because the two of us, we are, like she said, you have not lost your soul. We have not seen each other for eternity, for at least 10 years, because I was in the US and I'm visiting France, so I'm seeing her. And she said, you have not lost your soul. And she didn't either. She's always been simple and grounded and loving, and so she takes care of people who are passing on the other side, you know, really palliative medicine. And I am all about life and feeling good. So it's really interesting. So I'm going to see her tomorrow. She's going to get her first map session, and she wants to spread it in France. So that's going to be interesting. All right, everyone. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fabulous evening, night, dinner, morning, breakfast, wherever you are. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.